यात् वया मन्यो सरथ मारुजन्तो हर्षमाणासो धृषितमरुत्वः इग्मेष व आयुधा संशिशाना अभिप्रयन्तु नरो अग्निरूपाः अग्निरीव मन्योत्विषितः सहस्वसेनानीर्नः सहुरे हूत एधि हत्वा यशत्रून् विभजस्व वेद ओजो मिमानो विमृधो नुदस्व सहस्वमन्यो अभिमातिमस्मे रुजन् मृणन् प्रमृणन् प्रेहि शत्रून् उग्रन् ते पाजो नन्वारुरुद्रे वशीवशं नयस एकजत्वम् एको बहूनामसि मन्यवीरितो विषं युधये संशेषाधि अकृत्तरुक् त्वया आयुजा वयं द्युमन्तं घोषं विजयाय कृण्महे विजयशक्ररिन्द्र इवानप्रभोऽस्माकं मन्यो अधिपा भवेह प्रियन्ते नाम सहुरे गृणीमसि विद्मातमुत्संयत आबभूथ आभूत्या सहजा वज्रसायक सहो बिभर्ष्य विभूत उत्तरम् कृत्वा आनो मन्यो सह मेद्येधि महाधनस्य पुरुहूत संसृष्टं धनमुभयं समाकृतम् अस्मभ्यं दत्तां वरुणश्च मन्युः वियन्दधा नाहृदयेषु शत्रवः पराजितासो अपनिलयन्ताम्. So the first one is Tvaya Manyo. Tvaya means yours or coming from you. Manyo means hey Manyo. Saratham means just as is Sajiam, which means with ghee, or with Saratham means with the Ratham or in the same vehicle. Arujantaha. The Rujanta is referring to darkness. Here is the prefix for negating. So the prefix has many, some 11 or 12 meanings. Here we apply the meaning which is negative. So Arujanta means shattering darkness and shattering negativity, and Harshamanasaha with full of harsha, which means joy, with positivity. Drishitaha with that drishna. Namo drishnave cha pramrushaya cha, that drishnave, drishna. So drishna means full of patience, self-confidence and infinite patience. Martvaha, just like the wind in flight. Tigma ishavaha means it's like tikshne shave. Tikshna ishava and tigma ishava, same meaning. Only thing in that Yajurveda it is tikshna, here it is tigma. The meaning is the same. Ishavaha, sharp pointed arrows. Ayudha means the blunt weapons. Samshishanaha, the blunt weapons are also equally sharp and piercing. Abhiprayantu, let us all surge forward. Naraha, the males, and Agnirupaha, who are burning with passion, and they burn the enemies like fire. So let us fly, shattering all negativity in front of us in the same vehicle as Manyu, with positivity and quiet self-confidence. Drishata. Let us, the spiritual warriors, surge forward with weapons both sharp and piercing, scorch our enemies like fire. Then Agni Riva means just like fire. Manyo, hey Manyo. Pishitaha, shining. Same Pishimate in the Rudram, in the second Anuvak. Tvishimate pathinam pataye namaha. So Tvisha is shine, luster. Sahaswa is vanquisher. Sahamanam ugram agnigum huvema paramat sadastha prutanajitagum sahamanam. That sahamanam means conquering, vanquishing. Senanihi, same commander. Hiranyabahave senanye rishancha pataye namaha. See, there are many words common in the Rudram and this one. So Senani is the commander, the Hiranyabahu commander. Naha means our. Sahure, to the unvanquished one. Hutaha means who is having received our invitation. Ahutaha. Edhi, become, it will become. Hatvaya means for the purpose of killing. Shatrun, killing the enemies. Vibhasasva means distribute, spread. Vedaha, knowledge. Ojaha, the ojas, inner strength. Vimanaha, the vibrations, the energy. Mrataha, to the enemies. Vinudasva, to in order to drive them out. O Manyo, divine fury, blazing like fire. Be the vanquisher, the Sahamanam, unvanquished one, having received our invitation. Edhi, become our commander. Senani, kill the inner enemy. Spread your teaching as to how to kill the inner enemy with vibrating and shining ojas inner strength. Drive out the enemy. Now, many people have also applied such riks to the outer enemy, and they say that this rik is used to perform Manyu Yajna for vanquishing the outer enemy. It can be done, but the exact procedure nobody knows today. So, till that procedure is known to general public or even to the pandits, we take these meanings as for the inner enemies. It can be used for outer enemies if a formal yajna is done with the proper procedure. Then we have Sahaswa Manyo. Say, Sahaswa, again that defeat. Manyo means, hey Manyo. Abhimatim. All the people who threaten us from everywhere. Asme, for me. Rujan, again shattering and scattering. Mrunan, crushing. Pramrunan means very visibly and openly crushing. Pra-ehi, come in a visible manner, face the enemy. Shatrun, the enemies. Ugram, who are ferocious. Te means your. Like Shancha me, we can say Shancha te, means may Shanti to you. Pajaha means payasam or tonic. Arurudre, Nanu. Aren't they vociferous? Nanu is just a particle. Aisana, Vashi, the one who is Vashamana, he who can control everyone. Vasham Nayasye, getting under one's possession. Ekaja means the solitary hero. Tvam, who are you? Hey Manyu's fury, overcome the all-around threat. Come, face the enemy, crush and scatter their remains. Your tonic is potent. Look how they howl. The lone hero, thou solitary controller, overpower and subject them all. Obviously, this can be used formally if you know the procedure to do a yajna to scatter your enemy. But today nobody knows that correct procedure. So till that time, we use it for the inner enemy, which is doable for everyone. Merely chanting this will kill the inner enemy if that sankalpa is taken by you mentally or openly. Eko bahunam asi. Bahunam means for many people. Ekaha, eko, alone, you alone. Asi, you are. Tvameva pratyaksham eka asi. That way. Hey Manyo, Manyo. Iditaha means upon being praised. Ida, the same word Ida becomes Ida in the Yajur Veda. Visham Visham means by every single one. Pratyek Pratyek. Yudhaye, in the battle, in the Yuddham. Samshishadhi, make them piercing, sharply piercing. Akrittaruk, the non-created splendor. Ruk means ruch. From the word we have rucha or ruchaha in the plural. Tvaya means with you. Yuja means by association. Vayam, we all. Yumantam, glowing with divinity or glowing with a very bright mind. Mantam. Ghosham means we do a roar. In the Rudram we have Uchayir Ghoshaya Krandayate. Uchahi Ghoshaya Akrandayate. Ghosham means roar. Vijayaya, for special victory. Pranmahe, we will all perform. Kuru. Say, hey Manyo, you alone are free to defeat everyone. upon being praised in worship, make every single warrior piercingly sharp. O divinely akritaruk, rucham, non-created splendor, your mere association makes us glow with divinity. Dumantam, let us all roar, representing and anticipating victory. Akrandayate, uchaihi ghoshaya. A lot of common words and emotions between Manyu and the first anuvak of and many anuvaks of Rudra Prashnaha. Then Vijayashakrit. Vijayashakrit means the one who creates the desire. Icha. Isha is Icha. Vijay is Vijayam. Krit means the creator. So the creator of the Vijayam Icha, creator of desire for victory. Indra, just like Indra, Indra Iva, Indreva. Anava Bravaha, he who speaks the same old message. Here again, the word a is used to negate the nava. Anava Bravaha, the old message. Bravaha is Bravimi, Bruyat. In the Narayana Suktam, we have the word brava, apabrava. So, asmakam means for us. Manyu is He Manyu. Adhipaha, Adhipaha. The Adhipalaka, like Gopaha, Adhipaha. Officiating protector. Bhava, you become. Iha, here and now. Priyam, for what is pleasing to us. Te, for you. Nama, name. Chahure, unvanquished hero. Pranimasi, we proclaim, we shout. Vidma, we know. Tam, the ones referred to above, such. Utsam, with utsaham, enthusiasm. Yataha, from wheresoever. Abhabhutha, you happen to manifest. So, Hey Manyu, become our officiating protector like Indra, who speaks the same old message and created desire for victory. O unvanquished hero, we utter that epithet which pleases you most and proclaim that you will manifest yourself by our utterance. Ucharana matrena. Then we have Abhutya Sahaja Vajrasayaka. Abhutya, Abhutya. So having created or having materialized or having crystallized. Sahajaha, along with you yourself. Vajrasayaka, terrible like the Vajra. The light Vajra is lightning or diamond or both together. So like that diamond of lightning. Just like that. The one who attacks like an arrow. Saha, the insurmountable hero. Saha, asahamanam. Vibharshi means holding. The word Vibharshi also occurs in Devi Suktam. Vibharshi, Abhibhute, Ut, Taram. The he who one who manifests repeatedly and each time Uttaram, better than previous, as indicated by the following word Uttaram. Uttarottara, that is. Kratva means from the kratus, from the actions. Naha, hamare liye, ours. Manyo, Hey Manyo, Saha, together with us. Now see, sometimes the word Saha is taken as together, as in Sahana Bhavatu, and sometimes the Saha is taken as the unconquerable one. Depends on the context. So you have to read it with the context. Medi, with utmost closeness. Edhi, you become. Mahadhanasya, of the great war. Puruhuta, again Puruhuta is similar to Purohita. The Puruhuta means who has been invoked and invited in advance. The word Purohita is similar to Puruhuta. Samsruji, with all round creative force, the Srajantam, the Sarjana, Samsruji. So he who manifests repeatedly, each time better than the previous, Uttaruttaram, has manifested holding the fierce lightning, Vajrasayaka. By our actions, Hey Manyu, you come with utmost closeness. You who are always invited and invoked, Puruhuta, before starting any great battle, always come with all around creative force. Then the last trick. Samsrishtam, equally manifested or equally obtained. equally created. Dhanam, wealth, means Samsrishtam Dhanam, the one Dhanam which has been created along with Dharma. Like Swami says, you join Dharma, Artha, and you join Kama Moksha. So always Dhana should be obtained, the Artha, which is Dhanam, should be obtained with Dharma. Same, Samsrishtam Dhanam is the correct kind of Dhanam. Ubhayam, of both kinds. Some Akritam, some Akritam. This Dhanam is equally divided among us, Asmabhyam. Dattam, give us such a Dhanam. Hey Varuna, because Varuna is the lord of infinite darkness of outer space. And Manyuhu, hey Manyu. Priyam, fear. Dadhanaha, retained. Hridayeshu, inside the heart. Kshatravaha, para, jitasaha. After the enemies having vanquished. Apanilayantam, and they flee and disappear. O Varuna, O Manyu, distribute equally among us the both kinds of wealth that we have rightfully obtained. The same emotion is in some Samidhyose Prushannagne Vishwani Arya Iras Pade Samidhyase Sanovasunya Bhara. We obtain Deva Bhagan Yatha Purve Sanjanana Upasate. All the wealth that Devas give has to be equally distributed among all of us according to our needs and necessities. May our enemies, having been vanquished, retain the fear of sin in their hearts. May they flee and disappear. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So I understand this has to be practiced maybe many times before chanting it and understanding it, but the second part is directly related to, sometimes people say, for killing the Shatrun or the enemies outside. It can be, but it is a wise sadhaka who will use it to kill the enemies within. And it will certainly help. The chanting of this, both part 1 and part 2. Part 2 contains more statements which are violent, but that is the way it is. So anyone with any other comments, queries or questions, please come forth. Sai Swarup, any other questions? Acha, then may I, with your permission, conclude for today? I understand it's a new topic, and new topics are difficult to digest, and then that's why people are not asking questions. So afterwards, maybe some questions will arise which we'll address at that time. So for today, we'll discontinue the session. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sam Samidyuvase Vrushannagne Vishwan Yarya A Iraspade Samidhyase Sanovasunya Bhara. Sangachadhvam Samvadadhvam Sambhomanaam Sijanatam Deva Bhagan Yatha Purve Sanjanana Upasate. Samano mantras samitis samani samanam manas saha chittame esham. Samanam mantram abhimantrayevas samanena vohavisha ajuhomi. Samani va akutis samana hrudayani vaha. Samanamastu gomano yatha avassu sahasati. Swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahim mahishaha. Go Brahmanebhyah Shubhamastu Nityam. Samasta lokas sukhino bhavantu. Samasta lokas sukhino bhavantu. Samasta lokas sukhino bhavantu. Om Sarvam Shri Sai Ishwararpanamastu. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. I have to take leave for a few days from all of you because, as my background shows, I'm in the Himalayas. So today I'm leaving Mumbai to go to Joshimath. And then from there, we'll be going somewhere inside the jungles and the mountains. So I'm returning on the 29th night. And after 30th May, I'll be available for these sessions again. So till that time, you have to excuse me, please. So after coming back on 29th night, I'll inform the group, Sai Swarup and Bhaskar and others, Chandramouli, and that I've come back, and then we can again do some more satsang on the Vedas the coming Wednesday. I think 30th, 29th, 30th is a Monday, and 2 is a Wednesday. So 2nd of June will be our next meeting, if all goes well and Swami brings me back safe and sound. Okay then, Sai Ram everyone.
Safe travel, uncle.
Sai
Safe
Ram.
travel.
Thank
Sai
you,
Ram.
Sai Ram. Thank you, Sai Ram.
Sai Ram.